Well, hopefully I am live again. And the question will be, for how long? And I think I got it going now, maybe. Hello, D-Dub. Thank you for coming by, even though I'm kind of a mess here. I'm really shaken. Thank you. It's very nice for you to be here. And do I know where I am? No, but hopefully you can hear me. Oh, you just arrived in Seattle. Well, I tried. Let me tell you, it didn't help that my computer decided to do an update, and it was a long update. Like, it drove me nuts. Hi, Line Screw. I'm on it. Janie D. I'm pleased to see everybody here. So I guess I should go ahead and start with what I want to say. I hope you all are hearing me okay. What I want to tell you is that I want to do some hangouts, primarily with no stress and people bashing each other and everything else. I just want to have nice talks without the drama. My nerves, yeah, this last few minutes has just about stretched every nerve I had. But I persevered and I seem to have gotten through somewhat. And I want to welcome everybody. And I want to talk to you about what I am intending. And what I'm intending is to have a chat where there's not the stress involved that we have had in the past. And people getting bashed and hurt. And I don't want anybody to have to deal with, as they call it, butt hurt. Now, what I want to talk about is my background, which most of you know my background deals with camping, all types of camping, and also the travel, all types of travel. But we're going to not just make this about camping and travel. We're going to talk about other things, you know, where the road leads. because it does lead you in different places and different things. In my case, my husband and I have learned that we can go and do not necessarily do camping, although we do camp on our way down to Florida, but then we go on a cruise. And those are fun too. And yeah, somebody could make a fortune selling butt cream. Isn't that true? But I want to talk about everything that deals with getting out and away from your house. But sometimes we also need to talk about cooking, and cooking that you can use for cooking at home and cooking when you're out. Now, to give you an idea of my knowledge, and there's some things I don't know anything about, such as mechanics. Just forget it. Don't ask me. I don't know. But I've been camping, well, so has Bruce, for over 60 years in various forms or another. I mean, I've been in tents. I've been in pop-up trailers. I have been in trailers. I have been in vans. And then when our van gave up the ghost after 30 years, we went back to tents again. Yeah. Tenting in wonderful weather is very pleasant. Tenting in rain and cold, not so much. And we decided that we definitely wanted to go back to a vehicle, but we didn't want to camp in a vehicle without, well, we didn't want to camp, and we didn't necessarily want a big camper. We wanted a vehicle, and we decided that the van was our best deal. And so we have been in a van now for, well, 6 years on this van. And it's not a Class B, but it's a regular conversion van. And we like it a lot because, well, compared to a Volkswagen with no heat and air conditioning, it's a huge improvement. You have no idea how cold it can get in a van in a snowstorm, and you don't have any heat. Yeah. It's cold at night. It's cold while you're traveling. And we travel a lot. But I would like to have it so all of us can get together. We can talk with each other. We can make friends with each other. And we can discuss problems we're having. I'm sure in this group, there's somebody that knows mechanical things. There's probably somebody who is a champion outdoor cook. I mean, I can cook things outdoors. And we do. But we've reached that point in our life that we don't do it too much. But I want to also know what you all think. You know, what do you want to talk about? I mean, I can talk about estates and where you'll find good camping, where you'll find camping not so good, and sometimes you need to find use a not so good spot because it's the only thing around, and you have to figure out, well, that works for one night. 2, nope, we're going to move on. You know, I can tell you things that you need to bring with you that you never thought of. I'll give you an idea. We have something that's called Lucy lights. And those stay in our van. They go on our windshield and they stay there, or they go on our dashboard by the windshield, and they charge all day. But when we come home from our trips, I take those out of the van and I bring them in the house and I put them on the front window. And the reason I do that is because they charge there. There's a light pole right outside our front window. So at night, I can see where they are even in the dark. And if we have a power outage, I can go grab them and bring them back anywhere I want, and they're always charged. And we had a power outage about probably 3 weeks ago, and we were out for 5 hours. And yes, we had our little Lucy lights, and I have 2, one for Bruce, one for me. And it was wonderful. But I just wanted to get away from having bash sessions, having people come in and yell and scream, people who will delete you from their channel no matter what you say, because they don't think you have anything worthwhile to talk about. And we all have skills and knowledge that we can share if we're given a chance. Now, right now, you can see how much trouble I had getting onto the internet and setting up this Hangout, even though I practice, you know. You get nervous and then everything goes wrong, and then your computer decides to update, and then you can't even find anything. So yeah, it's a real mess. But I want us all to have a little family and talk about events. But I don't want to have any bashing going on or anything like that. I mean, I'm old and I don't need that, and none of you need that either. That's not the way I operate. Hi, Rujix. How are you? Stellar, it's good to see you. Deb, how's the audio? Am I doing okay? I'm on it. I'm just so happy to see you all here, particularly after I had such a disaster getting started. But you know how me, I will keep trying until I get it right. Yeah, I think we do need more friendly hangouts. And yes, there will be people that will be either timed out, and if they don't learn from a timeout, they will be removed from the chat totally, and they will not get back in. I'm not one of these that easily forgives when you keep doing the same thing time and time and time again. We are all adults. I expect us all to act like adults. And if you are unable to act like an adult, then maybe there's someplace else you need to go. Hi, Janie D. Yeah, I made it this time. Believe it or not. It's kind of a nerve-wracking thing when you're doing your first hangout. Why I picked a van? Well, we were intense when we were first married. And A tent is fine until you have rain and days and days and days of rain. And we had a good tent. And then we bought a Volkswagen Westphalia. Well, that was absolutely the dream vehicle. You had floor room, you had height that you could stand up. We had 2 beds. We chose not to have a stove in ours, primarily because Bruce and I are old campers. And we were taught that you never cook in your vehicle or your van or any place you are going to sleep, because you could be inviting possibly raccoons. They're known to do that. But we can get up to the bigger animals like bears. And you cannot stop a bear when he is hell-bent for leather to get into your camper. You just won't stop him. So the best thing is to cook outside. Put all your stuff away in things that won't let the smells out. And if they have bear boxes, put those things in the bear box. Or put them in Tupperware, and the bear probably won't smell it. I mean, that's what we've done, and we've never had any problems. But when the Volkswagen died, and I mean died, and every trip about 5 years before it completely died, it broke down along the way. And then we had to find somebody to fix it, because dealers will not fix a 30-year-old Volkswagen. They just won't. So you had to find a foreign car repair place. And they're getting fewer and fewer. And so we took 2 years where we tent camped. And then we took another year where we slept in the back of a van, but it was a car van. It was a Saturn View. I think that was it. Yeah, I think it's a View. And it worked okay, but we were crowded. But we were high and dry when it rained. So we decided that a van would be a good thing. And we got the 7-passenger conversion van, because we could have it as a camper when we wanted to camp, and we could have it as a vehicle once we got home, and we could carry our whole family with us and go places together, which was important to us. So when we get home, we unpack everything that's in the van that makes it a camping van, and then we're ready to go. We pack it back up again, and we have a queen-size bed in there. So we are quite comfortable. Now, anybody else have a van? Or what kind of thing do you have to camp in, travel in? Just put it on the outside chat so I can read it. Because I'm not ready yet for panels. But I'll get there. Give me a few more times so I can get into here correctly. And then we'll go to a panel. Oh, I know that 57 Volkswagen window bus. Yeah, those are worth some money now. So that's my thought for having a hangout, that we will have a safe place to go, that people who would cause problems, they'll only do it once. Hey, Blinky, how are you? And we all have different needs. I mean, for some of us, a van is too small. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's why they make all kinds of different things. Personally, I think if you're going to be traveling and staying places like taking the winter down in Florida, you might want something that's a little bit bigger than a van, like maybe a Class C. I have nothing against Class A's, but for me, they're just too big. Particularly if I have to drive it, and I don't even drive our van. And that would be quite large for us. But let me tell you, when I get my van to a campground, I would like to sprinkle it with magic water and have it turn into a Class A. But that's a pipe dream for sure. We can even talk about what pets we have, how we take care of our pets while we're gone. Do we take them with us? Do we board them out? Do we let family take care of them for us? I mean, there's all kinds of things that are available for us to talk about. Or maybe we just want to get together and talk and not have any subject to talk about, just a nice, safe place to be. And I picked this title. Someone suggested it to me. And I thought it was a great title. Where the Road Leads. Because roads can lead in some very unusual paths that you never thought about going to. And sometimes the things that you see on those roads are more interesting than anything that's on a main highway. So, I don't know, how long have we been going? Oh my, 15 minutes. Oh, it seems like I've been here 3 hours. Yeah, it was a great channel name. I'm on it. And I really want to thank the person that suggested it to us. Well, to me. I mean, Bruce is not going to be involved in this channel at all, except maybe to teach you how to use maps. Because even though we have a Garmin, he still uses a map. And there are a lot of people that go out traveling. They don't have a Garmin, they don't have a map, and they don't know how to read a map. And it's a wonder how they ever get where they're going. Or maybe they just have a Garmin. And I don't know how many of you have had it happen, but we have. Turn left. You turn left and you say, what do you mean turn left? That's a cow pasture. I'm not going in there. Hey, Leroy Jenkins, thank you for popping in to show support. I appreciate it. Yeah, at least you came late and you didn't see my first disaster. But we're here and we're doing it, and that's what counts. Yeah, combis, I think, were kind of more foreign ones. Although it depended on who did the camping interior on a Volkswagen. Our particular one was Westphalia. And I decided that, well, I didn't decide. I thought it was the best camping van interior ever. Just my opinion. Yeah, it's still going on, Leroy. I'm just barely up to setting up a hangout and definitely not ready yet for a panel. But I'll keep practicing, and then we could do a panel. Well, hi, Diane, two campers. How are you? Yes, everything's a learning curve. And, you know, when you've got an old brain, and then when things don't go the way you want them to go, and I'm a perfectionist, then I fall to pieces. And I had a very good trainer. Problem is, she had a very stupid student. And we practiced, and I'd get it right. And then I'd try to do it live, and I'd do it wrong. I think I'm going to get the dunce hat, and she's going to put me in the corner. What do y'all think? Now, Stellar, I know you had a truck camper, and you don't have anything right now, but are you thinking of getting back into camping? And I know Diane Two Campers has a fifth wheel. And about the only thing I know about fifth wheels is you need a tow vehicle. And my understanding is that they travel behind your vehicle just like it was attached. And so that's what people like about the fifth wheelers. Yeah, my trainer is wonderful. And I can't tell you how many times she told me, take a deep breath, calm yourself down, try it again. I think I was up to, well, considering this last boo-boo, I'm up to test practice number probably 10 before I got it right. Oh, Chamo, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I apologize. You know, there's a lot to watch out for when you're new at this. Don't ever think anybody is unwanted. You're all my friends. And I appreciate you all coming. And I'm hardly the queen of hangouts. And I don't intend to be that. I just want to have a chat where we can all get together, talk with each other without having to use buttercream before and after the chat. And for some reason, I have a runny nose. Probably because I was almost crying, not being able to get the hangout right. And Chamo, I don't ever want to be a queen. That is too much of a headache. And there's always people gunning for you. So I would rather just be the jester or something, the footman or something. I would rather stay small and be able to talk to all of you. I don't want, hundreds of people on my side chat. That would bother me. I mean, I would be really nervous. And while I'm really great at one-liners, I am not funny at all. I'm too, down to earth, I guess, But we all have a place in our society, and we're all worth people being nice to us. Yeah, I know, Chamo. Sometimes nothing goes right. Um, who would know? My computer would decide to back itself up and update it during the middle of my hangout, which caused it to go, you know. So, we get through it. Like I said, I might not get it right the first time, but I'll keep trying. And that's all any of us can do, is keep trying. You may not ever even get it perfect, but I give you credit for trying. And I think I'm going to turn this off. We've been together about a half hour. And unless you all want to stay, it's okay with me. But if you want to go, or somebody's got a hangout going, we can go or we can stay. It's up to you. Hi, Debbie Ariola. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. This was relatively nerve-wracking, but I did it. Oh, Camo, you don't know me. I never give up, which is why I'm still alive. Yeah. Camo has hangouts. No, he had more. He used to have more. And they were fun. Drew and I both would be over there playing games with Chamo. He would take graphics and make scene, like a campsite or whatever. And that was great fun. I enjoyed it. So, yeah. I think I'm going to close this down, but I just wanted to explain to everybody what my plans were. And every week or once every 2 weeks, I will have a hangout, and I will put in the description what it's going to be about. You know, it could be about all the different types of camping equipment, the different vehicles you could use. You know, who knows? Oh, you're welcome, Chamo. They're fun, and I enjoyed it. I will also tell you that hopefully I will have my approval, because I was supposed to be 24 hours and I was just 30 minutes short. And I'm hoping by our next time I will have my approval and I can do it on that channel. And that channel's name is Where the Road Leads. And I thought that was a good title for people who are camping and traveling. I mean, even going to the library can be an experience if you take a different route. Or even going into the library, pick out a book from a different section. And then it opens up a whole new world for you. Well, Diane, I hope it will be Where the Road Leads. And I don't know why it won't be. Oh, Chamo, you're very you're very welcome. It was my pleasure. And we need to sub each other up. But the other thing is, if you're subbing each other up, you also need to watch their videos. Now, this particular channel, the new channel, will most likely only be for Hangouts. But if you want more in-depth information on something, it's on my main channel. And I will try to put a link on the Hangout on the particular video that deals with what I'm talking about, so you can actually see it in action. And we got a nice group in here. And look, we didn't even need a moderator, because it's a tremendously well-behaved group of people. And I think we're all fleeing from the same thing. Yes, I will. I definitely will do that. And that is to link the URL for the new channel in the description box when this channel closes down. Well, what do you know? I've got the two parts of my Hangout together, finally. So I'm seeing me live as you're seeing me. Woo! Yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking. You know, because you've got the YouTube part and you've got the Google part, and they're both separate, and then you got to put them back together again. And yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking. Particularly when you're first starting out and you're not any good at anything. Well, yeah, I am. I'm an excellent talker. And of course, it'll be easier when we have the panel working also. And okay, Deb, well, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the help, even though, yeah, sometimes when I get to this point and nothing works out, it's best for me to stop and work again on it. But I think I know what I did wrong, and I think I'll be okay from now on. But I will do some more practices. And so you're going to see a lot of short 2-second hangouts so I can make sure I get it right. So the next time I have it, it's correct and it goes like it should. Now, what I'm going to do is I will always announce the hangout ahead of time. Hopefully a day before, so that you know there's going to be a hangout coming up. Now, is Wednesday convenient for everybody? Is the time good? I mean, I'm footloose and fancy free because I'm retired. So I can do it just about any time. But I like to be considerate. And I know Stellar has Thursdays at 9 o'clock, I believe. So I don't want to interfere with him. Rosie has Friday night bikini cooking or baking. And I don't want to interfere with that, but I also don't want to stay up that late. And then we have Cooper, and he has Saturday nights. Yeah, make sure I don't have a computer update. Gosh, who knew? I mean, it didn't even tell me. It just started doing it. I had told it to update on Sunday. Notice how it listens to me. Not at all. And of course, that's the last thing I needed when I was stressed enough about going live, is to have my stupid computer update. Ugh. But I've calmed down now considerably. And I know my teacher would tell me, let's just talk for 5 minutes and get you calmed down before we try again. And I have a feeling my teacher is bald now from pulling her hair out. But like I said, I keep trying until I figure it out and I get it right. And that's the way I've always been. I might not be able to do it the first time or the 10th time or the 100th time, but I'll keep trying. And with all of us, there's a lot of us in here who are having hangouts, non-stress hangouts, which I think is wonderful. And I think it's something we all need and want. You have a clone in here, Deb? Oh, okay. I had to read the backstory. Yeah, that's the thing that bothers me is the trolls making clones of you. And if I see you in here and I check and it's a clone, here, you're gone. I will not put up with that. You come in under another name or your name, and that's the way it is. Chamo, what are you talking about? The name of a program I am using. I have lots of programs. I have an editing program. She's fine, Chamo. I know Deb, and she would let me know if there was a troll after her. I didn't read up far enough on the chat. Well, look at there. It's Jen. How are you, stranger? Good to see you here. I miss you hanging out with all of us. Oh, well, Blinky, have fun. How have you been, Jenny? Well, my videos are still in Hawaii. Unfortunately, I am not. You know me, I don't post my videos and I don't do any hangouts or anything live when I'm away. Mainly because I like to skirt under the radar. And there's been somebody on my street that they went away, but they didn't tell anybody they went away. And guess what? Tow truck pulled up and took everything out of their house. And the neighbors were all watching it and assumed that it was okay. So what I do is I go to my neighbors and tell them I'm going to be gone. And I'm not expecting anything to come to my house or be taken out of my house. So if you see that, call the police. So I don't let people know where I am until I get back home. Yeah, probably just my idiosyncrasy, but better safe than sorry. Oh, okay, Blinky, you're not dealing with that. I don't blame you. They broke it, they deal with it. Oh, that's good to hear, Blinky, that this is good timing. I'm planning on having my hangouts at 7 to 9 tops, because I think while I'm trying to learn and I'm not having anybody on panel, it's kind of boring to hear me talk. And I don't think I can talk for 8 hours. Well, I probably can, but not anything you would be interested in. Oh, my nose is running. But I am so pleased all of you showed up for my great debacle and finally getting it right. And that's the important thing, getting it right. Yeah, I don't use Walmart bags, not for that. I do use Walmart bags for my groceries and trash. And I have a special way of folding them up so that they will be very small and you can get probably 3 to 4 times the bags in one Walmart bag than if you just stuffed them in there. And sometimes you need that. No, I would never do that either. And we either have trained our bodies correctly, because we have a porta potty. And Bruce's thing that he talks about the porta potty is you put lumps in it, you clean it out. And I can't say I blame him about that. So we don't put lumps in it. We make sure there's always a flush toilet around. I think the whole thought of that, using a bag, this kind of makes me sick. And I don't know if in some places that's even legal to take your waste, your bodily fluids wastes, and throw them in garbage cans. I don't know, because we don't do that. I planning on doing that. I'm on it. I'm trying to. Well, I'm kind of planning on giving everybody tips that I do or that I have learned from somebody else, because if they work for me, they're going to work very well for you too. And I'm hard to please. Very hard to please. Well, Chamo, he can be a smart man sometimes. And other times he can be infuriating. And I'm sure he would say the same about me. But we've been married for 50 years, so we're doing something right. So I'm going to give you all a homework assignment. The next time I have a hangout, bring your Walmart bags with you, and I'll teach you how to make them small to fit back into one Walmart bag. And when I do it, I can just about get every Walmart bag that I have sitting around the house stuffed into that bag because that's how small they turn out. Yeah, you're going to be graded on it, Leroy. And I expect you to be able to fold this bag. That's how tough it is. Yep, 50 years, Jamo. And that's why we went to Hawaii. We told each other that if we managed to stay together for 50 years, we were going to Hawaii to celebrate. And I think we were there 25 days. Because we figured if we're going there, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime trip, we might as well make it worthwhile. So, that's what we did. And we saved our money for 50 years to do this. So don't get all impressed that, oh, they got money. Well, no, we saved for 50 years. We had a special Hawaii fund. And we put a few dollars in it. And it mounts up after a while. Well, I can't say we're still going strong. Our ages are catching up with us, but we're still going out and doing it. And we still intend to do that. "25 days, little Jenny. And we were up early every morning and we didn't get to bed until maybe 10 o'clock Hawaii time. And we were tired. But if you're going to spend your time in bed, then there's no point in going anywhere. And if you don't keep moving, you will quit moving. And I don't intend to let that happen. And have we had problems happen to us when we were away? Oh, yeah. Hospital type problems. And not just the visit, staying in there. But you have to realize those things happen. Probably wouldn't have happened if we had been home. But, that's the way it goes. Yes, Jenny, going to Hawaii for a week, it takes you just about a week to get over the trip. Our airline trip going from our home to Oahu, Honolulu, was 9 hours. And 9 hours in a plane is horrible. Let me see, did I miss something? Rujix, did you go to Hawaii yesterday? Or just in your dreams? I love Chinese food. Bruce, not so much. But I do get him to go to Chinese restaurants at least once a month. There's a lot to see in Hawaii. There really is. And for me, okay, for me, the fact that they didn't have mosquitoes or snakes was a big plus. Well, Jenny, we also had a convict on board our plane, unknowns to any of us. And then the man decided that he was going to escape custody. And I have no idea what he thought he was going to do after that. So there was a altercation on board. And then everybody that was in the back of the plane was moved up. So there was nobody around him. And they couldn't use one of the passengers as a hostage. That was a little scary. But can you imagine going back to Hawaii to go there and have to serve your time? Boy, that's really rough, isn't it? Yeah, that would be something. And there were so many people walking around that, we all had to stretch our legs. Well, maybe I will, Chamo. That sounds good. I love Chinese. Yes, it was really me with the red dirt shirt. Oh, what a headache that was. And it didn't end. Yeah. They were concerned about the red dirt. They were concerned about all the electronic wires we had. And we had all that on our carry-on luggage because we didn't want them to get lost. I think we might have been more okay if we had decided to let them take it on board. And we thought we were smart and we were going to carry it on. Yeah, right. So we had some difficulties, but I just looked at it as they were doing their jobs. And maybe, just maybe, the next red dirt, they would find something that they weren't supposed to be bringing on board, or that was illegal. But my son-in-law was thrilled with the red dirt shirt. I haven't seen him in it, but my daughter said he had washed it because you have to wash it twice before you wear it, or you will turn red. So she said he's already washed it twice, so I assumed that meant that he's wearing it. Yeah, no mosquitoes is a big plus. Really big plus. But they got out of the critters out there that I think I might want to have a mosquito for anyway. Because, they have feral pigs. And they don't like anything. Actually, I believe they're called feral boars. And do they eat them? I don't know. But I don't think they go to the luau to be cooked. because you never know what kind of bacteria a feral boar is carrying. And sometimes even putting it over a fire doesn't get rid of it. And did we go to a luau? No. At $100 a person, we're too cheap, And Bruce is one of those people, food's food. Me, I would have thoroughly enjoyed it because I like to try different things. He does not. Fortunately, when we had our daughter, we agreed she wasn't going to learn bad eating habits from him. And she loves all kinds of foods, and she will try foods. And I think that's a good thing. I think everybody should raise their children so that they will try things. Yes, you're going to find things you don't like. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, well, no, I don't do spam. But guess what you get when you go to McDonald's? Their breakfast menu is eggs, potato pancakes, and spam. However, you can ask for bacon instead, but they love spam. Only thing I can say about spam is it'll last a lifetime in a can if you don't open it. And it makes perfect food for tough times. Because it's got to be really tough times before you eat it. Can you tell I don't like it? And I like everything. I don't like spam. I'll tell you a funny story. I used to work for a food broker. Yeah, food for the apocalypse. And they were in teams. And one of the teams had to do a video about spam. Well, the guy just hated spam. So they were talking about, how good spam is to have for you for emergencies, like if a hurricane's coming or some other event. And he was having to eat the spam. And he was gagging the whole time. Needless to say, they didn't use that video for the commercial for spam. But it was funny. It was funny to watch. And of course, they had to do about 100 takes on it. So, yeah. That's the way it goes. Oh, you're having problems with your emojis? Yeah, it's doing something goofy. Yeah, that's okay with me. I don't use emojis much at all. Primarily, I forget to put them in there. I was more upset about my computer deciding to do a updating. I thought, oh no, that's just what I need. I've already made it so I can't get into a Hangout. Now I got it so I can't even get into my computer. What else can go wrong? Yeah, Blinky, I'm the same way. Actually, I just forget about him being down there. I'm so gung-ho on getting my comment out that I can't be bothered with an emoji. Shame on me. Well, everyone, I've been yakking for an hour. I think that's long enough because I probably bored you all to death. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for coming in. It means the world to me to have good friends. And those people who, oh, hi, Cece. And those people who missed it will have to get us on the flip side when it's posted on my channel. And I'm going to see if it's possible that I can take it from here and move it over to my Where the Road Leads channel. I don't know if I can. Never tried it. So we're going to see if I can crash the computer for good. That's the way my luck is. Yeah, you do. You are here as I'm shutting down. Unless you all want to stay a little bit longer, you know, I'm willing to. I don't know how much I've got left that I want to talk about on this session, but you can talk among yourselves. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Stellar. You know, it's a little nerve-wracking when you're trying to do a hangout for your first time, but then you have so many people that have already done them, and they do them well, and it's like, yeah, this ain't working, and that ain't working, and I can't find this, and I can't find that, and then my computer decides to update. I mean, what else can possibly go wrong for the next one? I should be okay. Right? Thanks, Chamo. It's kind of nerve-wracking, to say the least. But you know what? I'm just really calm now. And my teacher has been giving me thumbs up. Great job. You're doing good. Relax. So I know they care. And I know all of you care too. And there's not many, but we're mighty. And that's what counts. So I am going to go and close this hangout down. And I definitely want to give a heartfelt thanks to all of you for coming. And to all the people behind the chat that you don't see who were helping me get this rolling. And I knew if I could start over, I'd get it fixed. And I think I figured out what I did wrong, which is helpful for the next time. And I should get going faster. Well, I shouldn't have another computer update. Ugh. So, bye, everybody. And just think about where the road leads. Good night.